Hey everyone, we are bouncing back in here, y'all. What we are doing today is we are completing our very first fully funded 1 month ahead for our emergency fund binder. The way that we are doing this is by using leftover grocery money, and we have been crushing our grocery budget down to next to nothing by using our preps that we have currently on hand to help us keep our grocery budget low. That way, the extra money that's allocated to my groceries every single month, I can pull from there to fully fund my 1 year in advance, fully funded emergency binder. The other thing that we're going to be doing today, y'all, is I am pulling the names I have here off to the side. The 2 winners of the Larry TKO Cancer Sucks Scratchers Challenge that Hands and Bands has put out in her Etsy shop. All 100 proceeds of that scratchers, or you can also do the printable version as well. I believe it's all in one listing on Hands and Bands over on Etsy. All proceeds will be going to Miss Gina Renee RN Budgets and her family at this time, whose husband Kevin is dealing and battling with cancer right now. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this first, and then we're going to get into the 2 winners. And I will tell you how those 2 winners can get a hold of me so that I can make sure that your prizes get out to you pretty quickly. So with that being said, I do want to let you know, to fully fund 1 month of our emergency binder, it is costing me now $3,062. That's a lot of money, y'all. But what we've been doing is we've been using a lot of our grocery money, our leftover grocery money. We use that to build our 1K emergency savings fund. Since we currently already have that in place, I wanted to do a fully funded 1 year binder. That means this money is not to be touched unless there's an emergency. So with that, I made some categories. I wanted to make sure that we weren't overdoing it, but that we were living comfortably if anything were to happen and there was a loss of income or something tragic happened and I needed to pull the money for a serious situation. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go through the categories, I'm going to walk you through it, and we are fully funding this today, and I'm showing you how we're going to do it today. So, we've already fully funded rent. I took out the fully funded because we are getting ready to start on month number 2. Our rent is currently $750. Y'all, this could go up next year. We have decided to move closer to my mom and my dad. They both are failing in health right now. They've got a lot of health and medical concerns, so we will hopefully be moving to them by next summer. So our rent currently is $750. I may have to go back and readjust these when we do move. But for right now, I'm doing it on my household based here. My electric, I give $350. That should usually be a max out. I should never go over that. Fingers crossed. So I have already fully funded that. That is why that one's empty. All this money has gone into my Capital One 360 account under emergency fund. So with that, we have gas. My gas usually runs me about $80, which is really crazy given that during the wintertime, it seems to go down, and I'm not sure why. The only thing in my house that actually uses gas is our hot water heater. It's only a few years old, so I'm not quite sure why it's so expensive, but it is what it is. After that, I have fully funded groceries at $1,000. That is to help cover anything with inflation, and also if there is 5 weeks in a month versus 4 weeks in a month. That's been fully funded. Internet has been fully funded at $100. Y'all, it's expensive. I have Xfinity. I'm top tier on Xfinity. Our internet sucks. I'm not going to lie. We have a lot of splotchiness in the full bit, but it is what it is. It is what we have. We've been grandfathered in for some other things you'll see here in a minute that runs us a little cheaper. Our cable and our security is also ran by Xfinity. It's a bundle pack. I've been with Xfinity for 12 years now, so I was in some kind of grandfathered plan where I get a little bit more of a cheaper price. My cable is $45. That's fully funded. My security is a must-have for our household. That is $45 as well. Fully funded. Subscriptions. I know if you have an emergency situation, the last thing you're going to think about is any kind of subscriptions in your household. My kids' yearly gaming passes and Xbox things and music app for Nanya and all of that sort of things are fully funded in another binder. And literally, y'all, it's fully funded for June of 2023 already at $580. That's in another binder. So I don't have to worry about those subscriptions. That's fully funded to meet us until June of 2024, y'all. So what I have here for a subscription is one subscription, just in case we want something a little different. I have chosen to go with Discovery Plus. It's only $7 a month. I can tolerate having Discovery Plus. We got rid of Netflix not too long ago. We were tired of the price hacks and increases and things of that sort. And we really weren't watching much things on Netflix anymore. We got rid of that. So the subscription we went with is Discovery Plus. I fully funded that at $7. Our next one is trash. Trash has gone up. I will have to add a little bit more. I'll show you exactly how I'm going to do that in this video. Our trash was $60. It's gone up by $15 as of this month. So our trash every 3 months now is $75, y'all. That is one container. Every 3 months is $75. Ridiculous, but it is what it is. I may be talking to my trash company to see if maybe they could just take the container back and I only have like maybe 2 or 3 bags every week out instead to see if I can lower it. I'm not sure. They're just raising their price like everyone else. So they're getting into the price raise. Verizon is going to be coming up here in just a moment. There we go. Sorry, I was a little bit behind here. Verizon currently is not fully funded, but it will be as of today. For my household, I need $210. That covers Danya, Philip, myself, and my iPad. We have the G5 Start plan, but I am paying on Danya's brand new cell phone that I got her in April. I am paying on my cell phone, and I'm also paying on my iPad, which is a 9th generation 256 gigabyte. So we've got some extra payments incurred in there, but the payments are 0 interest for the entire life of the plan. So it's just paying the payments on top of paying our cell phone bill. That runs $210. We currently don't have that much in there. We have $94 in there. I am going to take out the $94. I'm going to let you know that I will be paying the extra amount to this today. So it should be 50, 70, 90, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Push that to the side. We are fully funding that today. I'm going to show you here in a minute how we're doing that. So Verizon will be fully funded for 1 month. We do need to have our cell phones. I do have a kiddo in the house with significant medical condition. Jessica has hydrocephalitis, so if anything is to happen, I need to be able to call 911. If any kind of event of any break-ins or anything of that sort, I need to call 911. And for anything else, I need to call 911. I need to get a hold of family. I need to make different phone calls, and I need to have the internet. That's something that helps us keep comfortable in the house. It helps run my kids' Xboxes and so forth. The next one is doggy daycare. I have not fully funded that yet, but that will be funded today. That will be $100. That is 1 day in doggy daycare overnight. In case something is to happen, I need to put my dogs in daycare overnight while I get a situation under control or somewhat. So we just going to go ahead and do a 1 night for Jaya and Tucker. That's $100. So I will fully fund that today. The last one is our buffer. Our buffer is for anything that any of these bills may go over. I need to have a little extra money as a cushion for the side. I am fully funding that today. It does not have what it needs in there right now. It has $58. My buffer I set for $300. So that means I will probably need another $242 to fully fund that today. That is getting fully funded today. Again, I'm going to show you here in a minute how we're doing that. So we are fully funding this today. And this part is also going to be going into my Capital One 360. So it's 50, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This makes everything in this emergency binder completely empty again. All the fully funded trackers, placeholders are out. Here's what we're going to do. Now, I told you some of my bills have gone up. So with that being said, I do have to pay a little extra into here. My grocery bill this month, I did not accumulate and think about that I needed $1,000 this month for groceries because I normally do $200 a piece. On a 5-week month, I would do $1,000. However, I wasn't thinking ahead of time. So I still set my budget at $800 for this month. I am sticking to that. I am not going to raise it an extra $200. We're sticking with the $800. You just saw a grocery haul from me just the other day. I did 2 weeks of groceries, came in at $33. My goal is to eat down our preps that we currently have in stock. You've seen that video. You've seen my freezers that are jam-packed full. I'll be showing some more areas in my house. It also has additional food that you'll see, so that way you know we are doing fine with food. We are all okay. We are not struggling over here, and that's a good thing because I have been stocking for a very long time with preps. But the reason that we're eating our preps down was a big question. It's because I don't want my preps to expire. Now, I do have a lot of people say we can eat past expiration. You can, but we have noticed that some of these cans that had a 3 month expiration 2 or 3 months ago, meaning they've been expired for 2 or 3 months, the food taste and quality is degrading in that food. Yes, you can eat that if it's a survival mode and you have nothing to eat. Any food is better than no food. But if it's degrading and we don't have the urgency right now, yes, I want to eat my preps down. I get this on my other channel, Without Limits Missouri Prepper. I have renamed that channel back to its original name, which is Without Limits Missouri Prepper, because I was asked to do so. So with that being said, that is why we are doing what we're doing. So with that being said, we're eating our preps down. Our goal this month was to use $100 for the entire month to backfill what we needed to add to our preps for meals. So we combined the first 2 weeks of October. That's October 1st through the 15th. I had a $50 total. That's $25 per week. So that's 2 weeks. We came in under budget with $17 left over. I am rolling that over to the next 2 weeks, which is another $50 that we'll have for the next 2 weeks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an additional $25 to that. So instead of having a $100 total for a budget for this month of October, we're doing $125, so I can just kind of equivalent for the week of the 5th week of the month. So I'm not raising it once again to a $1,000 grocery budget like I would normally on a 5-week month. I'm sticking to our 4-week month at the $800 grocery budget we have. I'm adding in the $25 for the extra week that I forgot about. Oops. And that's what we're doing. So with that being said, I rolled over my $17 for the next grocery haul. What I will do is I'll end up having about $92 or so for the rest of the month to meet that $125 max out goal for our grocery budget. That now currently leaves me with my $675 total. That is what I should have left over after the $125 is taken out. So with that being said, the $675, I am going to subtract the extra money that I needed for my Verizon, which is $116 to meet my $210 total. I'm also going to take $100 from that $675 for the doggy daycare, for the one day in doggy daycare that I have not fully funded yet. I'm also going to take the $242 that I need left over to max out the $300 for my budget. I'm just going to roll that from my bank into my Capital One 360 account emergency fund for the 1 year ahead. And after all that, it's not going to leave me much, y'all. I'm also going to make sure that I have the extra money that I need in there for the trash bill that went up by $15. And I'm also going to make sure that I have the extra money that I needed for the cable. My cable has gone up by $7 extra, and the reason for that is I bought Danya a box from our cable company so that she could have cable into her house, into her room. So with that being said, I had a total of $217 I was going to be able to put into this binder today to restart for month number 2. But making the adjustments with the $15 extra for trash that I have to pay, and the extra $7 a month now I pay for Danya's box for cable in her room, that is leaving me with $195, which is what I have here. So we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 195. What am I doing with this 195? Because we are not going over budget for groceries, come high or hell water. We are sticking with what we have. You've seen a lot of preps that I have. I will probably be buying some extra breads and some refrigerated items. Other than that, I will not be buying anything else for the rest of the month. We have a ton of pasta up here in stock. I have a ton of dry goods in stock as well that you have not yet seen. I have a ton of things in my freezer upstairs yet you have not seen. And my refrigerator is still looking pretty good. So, we're starting month 2 into rent. Once we hit $750 for rent, then I will move on to the next. And that's what we're going to do. This is how that we are going to fill month number 2 of our emergency binder. Now, once again, I've said this before. I just want to say it for the new people that have come onto my channel. First of all, welcome to every single person that's here, whether you're new, whether you're old, whether you're in between. When it comes to how long you've been on my channel, I do appreciate each and every one of you. You all know this very much. So what I do want to let you know is this binder is not to be used for the next following month. This binder is to be used to fill up 12 times. Now we have started month number 2. We are going all the way until we do this 12 times. That will give me a 1-year fully funded binder system. All of that will go into my Capital One 360. All the money will go into there. And then anytime anything happens or hits the fan, then I can pull from here. If nothing hits the fan, it sits. Now, I will probably make adjustments when we move. I may have to backfill a little bit more depending on what my new rent, my new bills will be in the new place that I will be in. Things such as my phone bill and things of that nature should pretty much stay the same unless there is an increase. We did have an increase this year of each one of my accounts. It increased by $1, so I had $8 extra increase because I have older kiddos on my phone. I have my parents on my phone plan. I have my entire family on my phone plan, not just those that live in my house. So with that being said, that is what we have. So I just wanted to go through it and let you know we have just started month number 2. Again, all we're doing is filling it with leftover grocery money. That is how we funded over $3,000 now on our first month, y'all. That is how we did it. That is how we fully funded our 1,000 buffer when we was doing the 1K challenge to save up for 1,000 for an emergency fund as well. So I have the 1,000 emergency fund. Month number 1 is now going into Capital 360, and this is starting month number 2. We will continue this process until we have a fully funded 1-year binder. Now let's go ahead and give you the names of the 2 people that won the Larry TKO Scratcher Challenge from Hands and Bands. I will be turning your information over once you get a hold of me to Miss Alicia over on Hands and Bands. She will be mailing out those winners their prize. It is a Larry Scratcher scratch off. It is a challenge for you to complete. The first person is Mary Fail. So Mary Fail, congratulations, you have won. And the second person is Budget and Grow. Budget and Grow, congratulations, you have won as well. Those are my 2 winners for today. Please use the information down below and get a hold of me either through Instagram or through my email address and send me your address. That is all I need is your address so I can turn it over to Hands and Bands and have Miss Alicia send out your prize. So congratulations to Mary, Fail, and Budget and Grow. Y'all, we are very close to our 700 subscriber giveaway. That is being sponsored by Jordan Budgets, y'all. Yes. You know, in the YouTube world, we all sit here and we claim people of our friends list and things of that sort. And everyone has their favorites. Everybody on here is my favorite. I'm not going to say one is over the other. But I will say I am claiming Jordan's Budgets as my bestie. Everybody claims their bestie on here. So I'm claiming Jordan. She's mine. So with that being said, y'all, we are done for the day. Month number 1, Emergency Wise, is in the bag. Month number 2 for Emergency Wise has been started. Those are the winners. And our next giveaway is 6 subscribers away from the Jordan Budget sponsored giveaway. All right, y'all. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, anything at all, feel free to leave it down in the comment section down below. We will catch you tomorrow in tomorrow's stuffing. Until then, Without Limits Budgets is out.